Now is what happened. So this is what happened. Recording is started.
Yes.
Okay. So like that before you want to do anything. So same thing you daily can do this. Okay. And today we can discussing as a last class what we discussed. And I'll share the materials and the recording also is done. Okay. Now see here. Last class you're discussing as a R by 3 architecture. In R by 3 architecture you can discussing as a SAP R by 1. What is meaning of SAP R by 1? R means real time. One means
Real time
one means presentation.
presentation.
Okay. So now here again we're discussing what is meaning of presentation layer. What is meaning of
That
presentation
is
layer?
the the GUI, the user interactive section.
I say user interface. Okay. So
Uh,
means technical definition. What is meaning of presentation layer is nothing but directly interact with the users. Okay. So directly I want to interact with the users. How to interact it? So you can using as a through GUI based only. So even presentation layer is also called as a GUI. Is also
UI.
called as a front end. Okay. Is also called as a app. Anything. Okay. Again,
Okay.
based on the operating system. Again, GUI can be divided into how many types? So GUI can be divided into three types. First one is the SAP GUI for Windows and SAP GUI for Java. And next one is the SAP GUI for HTML. So what is the meaning of SAP GUI for Windows?
Is the SAP GUI that is installed in Windows operating system.
Yes, Windows operating system again. Okay, and next one is what is meaning of Java?
The SAP GUI that is installed in Linux, Unix, Mac,
Okay, so
and Unix, Mac,
okay, and
and Linux.
it's okay, it's okay. And in IBM, I think your client is
ASP.
IBM. You can using as a AS400
Yes,
maybe client. Okay, and HTML. What is meaning of HTML here?
is for the front end for web
So it's a pure
using browser.
based. Okay, is a Internet Explorer. Okay, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome. Okay, or is also called as a Safari. Okay, so this type of a system. I do over what the drawback here? R by 1, there is no storage. Okay, so there is no storage. There is no storage. It is available into the. There is no storage is available. Okay. Oh, now you want to go for next one. What is next one here? R by 2. What is meaning of R by 2?
That is
R
the
means real time.
relational database,
Okay. 2 means
real
2 layer.
time.
Okay. Presentation layer plus
Uh,
database layer. Okay. Now you will
database
storing
layer.
as a
Yes.
here. Coming to here, what the database is supporting? Oracle, DB2.
Oracle, DB2,
Okay.
SQ,
So, MySQL,
MySQL, uh, MS,
XDB, Sybase.
MariaDB,
Okay.
Sybase.
So like different will be there. Okay. And next one, those are introducing as a next one, SAP R by 3 architecture. Again, here, what is meaning of R?
Real
R is
time.
real time. 3 means 3 layers. The 3 layers here: presentation layer, plus application layer,
Presentation layer plus.
plus database layer. Now you want to go for discussing as a what is meaning of application layer. Okay. So how many types of application layers is available? Okay. Now today our topic is application server and architecture. Here, so application server means so by using SAP software, I want to running as a business application. What if I mean business application here? By using SAP software, what if
Like
application? So you want to developing as a ERP application,
like
CRM,
ERP app.
SRM, okay, HCM and PLM. So these type of applications I want to running on particular server. Okay, so that will taking as a application server. Application server is nothing but to running as a business application and sharing the information at a time to multiple members. What is meaning of server here? Server is nothing but so I want to sharing any information multiple clients at a time. So how are you sharing the data with the multiple clients? You can using as a server concept only. Okay. So by using as a SAP application server, you want to running as what type of application? You're running as a business application. Those are ERP, SRM, and CRM and PLM. So you have to running and to share multiple members at a time in your business. Okay. So this will be application. Now here, sir, again here, based on the arrangement, based on the system arrangement, again here we are discussing R by one. Now I want to know what is meaning of one-tier configuration. So what is meaning of two-tier configuration? What is meaning of three-tier configuration? So will we go for internet level one by one? So now see the diagram and observe. What we'll observe for this diagram? What is meaning of one-tier configuration? What is meaning of two-tier configuration? What is meaning of three-tier configuration? What is meaning of so now tell me what is meaning of one-tier configuration?
One tier configuration is the database and the database and the application process is in one system.
Yes, exactly correct. Okay, fine, nice. Next one.
Okay, for the next one, the
Two-tier.
database application is in one system, and the presentation application is in another system.
Okay, very nice. Next one. Three-tier.
Then the third one, the database is in one system, the application process is another system,
Okay.
then the GUI, the presentation is in another system. So three different systems.
Yes, exactly. Now tell me, in our company, what is the architecture you're using? What tier configuration you're using?
We use the three-tier configuration.
Three-tier. One means presentations are installing different laptop application. Now in training session,
Yes,
what type
yes.
of application are you using?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Yeah, in training session, now you want to go for training now. Training those are given some access now, server access now. Okay. In training session, what type of architecture you can use?
In training section, we can use one tier configuration.
Okay. So in institution case, those are giving us everything access to you. You got the server access.
For me,
Yeah, yeah.
for me, yes, yes, I can access server.
Okay, get the.
For
No,
me,
I think SA like KICE institution guys, those are providing us SAP server access to you. Or
yes,
practice
yes.
campus. Okay, what are configuration? How you log on that SAP server?
If I can log into SAP server,
Yeah, how you log on to SAP server?
okay, is it from the GUI or from the?
You can log on to through your
Okay,
connection. So there's a this is the connection name. Just click on login. That means so what?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we installed Linux.
Okay.
Sometimes I use Putty,
Okay. Through putting
and
and login. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine.
yes, through Putty or through Linux OS on Linux system. If
Okay.
I'm using Windows, I'll use Putty to access.
Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay. Okay, fine. So, okay, and so what is minimum pair configuration is I think based on the system arrangement. Okay, based on the system arrangement. So you can take the configuration. So now here, exactly everything in definition. See, what is meaning of one tier configuration is nothing but. So I want to taking as a one system. In one system, I had to installing the three layers. What are three layers here? One is the database, one is the presentation, one is the application layer. So everything you are installing in one system is called as a one tier configuration. What is meaning of two-tier configuration means nothing but so you're taking as a two systems. Okay, one system you are installing as a presentation, one system you are installing as a database plus application. And next one is the what is meaning of three-tier here? So three-tier is nothing but So three tier is nothing but, so you have to taking a three different system. One system you are installing as a application, one system you are installing as a presentation, one system you are installing as a database. Okay, so now
Okay.
you want to go for these three. Okay, there was three. See, this is the called a three-tier configuration. Okay, three-tier configuration is based on system arrangement. Now here, so I had installing as SAP application service. Okay, now I'm clear for that. Okay, now I want to go for what is meaning of central instance. So here, so again, SAP application server. Okay, again SAP application server will be divided into different partition into, so different partition. Okay, there is a different partition is called as a, okay, so divide into the 100, we divide into the 100 partitions. Okay, 100 partition, the partitions is called as a here instances. Okay, now tell me, so here one application server. Okay, one application server, how many partitions you can do? One application, how many
In one
partitions?
application,
So 0
100,
to 99. Totally how many partition
99,
to 100?
100. Yeah.
Okay. Again, the what is that partition is called as, a normal language is called as a partition. So why the partitions is called as a debug? For example, I have one hard disk. Okay, I have one hard disk. The hard disk is around 1 terabyte is there. So why you want to dividing as a C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive? Why you get the partitions?
So that to be able
Yeah, I have to manage the what we
to
have
manage
managed.
the application, the locations, each of those application server.
That is okay. I'm asking normally. I have 1 terabyte hard disk is there. This is a, I have in my computer. Okay, in my computer I have 1 terabyte is there. Why I'm dividing it to C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive? Why I'm dividing this drive?
So that you can store different data in different location.
Yes, yes. Suppose I have an installing as application server. I have just assume as suppose I have only one drive, C drive only. In C drive, I'm not doing any partition. Directly is by default you click in C drive only. In C drive, I have to storing the overall data like voice data, okay, like movies and softwares and videos and music, okay, and everything will be storing at the same drive only. So at that time, what happened? So you have to able to access. Suppose you have to able to access it, it will take us a lot of time. So at that time, what we do? So I can dividing as I have one. I actually hard disk. So I can dividing into the different partition. Okay, that partitions like the
Okay.
C drive. So C drive is for 100 GB. Oh, sorry, C had like just is a, C drive is for 250 GB. Okay, and D drive is for 250 GB. Okay, and E drive is for again 250 GB. Okay, and F drive
Mm.
is also you can take it 250 GB. At that time, what happened? So I had to differentiate the data and I can storing as a normally. So for example, I'm taking C drive. In C drive, I had installing as a only for operating system. For example, D drive. So I had storing as only movies. So E drive, what we do? I had to storing as only on videos. And suppose I want to go F drive, I want to storing as a only on softwares. Okay, only software. So now I want to dividing as a partition, different partition. At that time, what happened? You can access the data is very easily. Same thing here. Coming to SAP also. Okay, so coming to SAP also. SAP also. Okay, so SAP also will be having different partition. The partitions is called as a what we call. It's called as a application server also will be having as a partition. That partitions is called as a instances. So what is meaning of instance
Okay.
here? Partition of application server. Now how many partitions you can do on application server? The naming is 00 to
100.
99 to 100. Again
Mm.
here,
Yes.
based on the naming and based on the number, instances can be divided into three types. So one is for central instance, one is for dialog instance, one is for database instance. Okay. So central instance is nothing but first time when installing as SAP software, by default you are getting as a one number. That number is called as a 00. So you don't providing any number. By default you want to getting as a one number. That number is called as a 00. It's called as central instance. So after that you can second time you want to installing as SAP application server, you can doing as a partition. That partitions like 0, 1, okay, 20, okay, 30,
Okay.
okay, 40 and 50. So like that. This is called as the dialog instance. So database instance will be having as any database only. Okay, database instance will be having a database only. If I suppose database and partitions will be a yeah, database also will be that is a database. So now I come into application server. We have only two. One is for central instance, one is for dialog instance. Central instance first time when installing as a you want to getting as a one number, that number is called as a central instance. And dialog instance is remaining. Second
Very
time
good.
what I want to get SAP. So you want to give as some credentials. That credentials is go for 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06 like this. Okay, this called as a dialog instance. Okay, so now here, even for example, I want
Okay.
installing as our operating system also. Okay, I want to installing as an operating system also. By default, CPU number. What is CPU number is getting? Realize what is CPU number you're getting here? Hello?
00.
Yeah, the CPU number is
Hello, I
getting
can hear
as a
you.
00. Why you want to getting a 0? When you're installing as Windows operating system, you want to give this number?
Okay.
No, 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 I'm asking you. So when installing as a SAP
It's
operating system, you want to give this number?
for installing SAP system for
No, no, no. Sorry.
central instance to use 00.
So you had installing, that is okay. I'm asking you, when you're installing as a Windows operating system, okay, Windows operating system, you want to give this number? You give this number like 00, 01, 02, 03.
You
You want to give this number? No, automatically taking a 001. Same thing here. The
okay?
installing
Okay.
an SAP software. This is one CPU. This is a core processor. In coming to the technical definition,
Okay. Okay.
what is meaning of instance? Okay, so in technical definition is nothing but what is meaning of instance is nothing but okay a group of services and make a way to run the system is called as a instance. Even technical definition, even go for a certification point of view, what is meaning of instance is nothing but what is the meaning of instance is nothing but sharing the work process, okay, and sharing the memory, okay, sharing the memory is called as a instances. Okay, two type differences. In simple definition, what is simple definition here? Simple definition is instance. What is meaning of instance? Partition of application server. Okay, so first time when
Uh,
installing is SAP,
but,
yeah, partitions of application server. Okay, first time when installing
okay.
is SAP application server, you getting as the number is called as 00 is a central instance. Except 00 remaining everything is called as a what we call is called as a what we call is called as a
Zero zero
dialog
zero.
instance. Okay, it's called as dialog instance.
Okay.
Okay, sir,
Okay.
how
Yes.
the
Dialog distance.
instance is successfully or is working it perfectly or not? Okay, okay, fine. So based on the work process. Now I want to go for sir how to identify is a central instance or dialog instance. Now see here. Now here when you go for application server architecture, so in application, what is this diagram is consist of? Central instance.
Central instance.
Okay,
Okay.
sir, how to identify this diagram with central instance or not is nothing but central instance will be having as a totally seven types of work process. Sir, what is the work process will be discussed later class. What is meaning of work process will be discussed later. So now how the
Okay.
login process is going on in SAP is nothing but just wait. Now it's a central instance and one more is a login instance. How the login process is going on, let me show you. So first of all, where I am a user, I am log out to where we log out. First of all, I am log out to the presentation layer. Presentation to where we log out.
Okay.
So you have to
The
log out to
presentation layer will help
applicant
you
server. Okay.
connect to the application.
Applicant server. After application, who take the request? The request is taken by the dispatcher. Applicant server will be have one
Dispatcher.
part. What the part is called? It's called as a dispatcher. What is meaning of dispatcher is nothing but to fetching the overall information from presentation layer to application layer. Is called as a
Okay.
dispatcher. After
Okay.
dispatcher, the request is moving into the queue. Means again you want to give the priority. Okay. Okay, give the priority. So the
Okay.
priority is go into the request into the queue. After the queue is go for the queue. What is meaning of queue? Queue will be going to the first in, first out. The request is moving into the first in, first out.
Okay. First in, first out.
What is meaning of queue? What about even stack also there? What is meaning of stack?
A stack
Yeah,
is
first in,
is like a
last out.
queue. First
Okay.
in, first out. Yes.
Yeah. So now here I have what is the request is fame. Okay. What the request is came. So I will taking as a first out.
The first request come and go.
Yeah, if we go for
First
let
come,
us go for
first serve.
deciding the particular work process. So what is this work process will be decided. Now how the learn after the work process is communicating with the database instance again
Database
database is
server.
getting as a response to the work process to dispatcher, dispatcher to applicant server.
Okay.
Hmm?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, okay. Fine.
Yes, it's okay. Yes, yes.
So this is the work process request flow. Now here I say, so how you say when you go for this application server, okay, how you say this work process is working differently or not? Okay, now here, so I can say, so application server is divided in two partitions. Is one is for center instance and dialog instance. Even now tell me here, how you say your CPU system is working perfectly or not based on the process. What is meaning of process here? Here I want to
The
say, I can
process
say, yeah, processing. What meaning of processor here?
is like the like a messenger, like to
Yeah,
be sure if how would I put it? Like a work process.
yes. Based on this, what happened here? Only based now. For example, I have to open the manually this application. I want to apply and everything is a manual
Yes,
application. Okay. So this when you're running as this application, when you're starting, you have to forcefully have to open this application. But when you open this application,
yes,
automatically what happened? Process also you don't open manually. It's automatically will be process will be running on. Okay,
yes,
automatically the
yes.
process is going on. The process, how you say, for example, how to kill this guy, how to kill any application here, how to kill any. So I want to close this Google Chrome.
You
How to
just
close the
enter,
Google Chrome? So
and you click and enter,
yeah, select it and just click on enter task. So this is an
enter. Yes,
use. But you can go for is a processor also. Suppose I want to deleting as a Google Chrome, then you want to go for Google Chrome.exe. So here is there now. What have happened? This just click on this and just click on end the process. What is the meaning here? If you open this
it
program
means you have
associated
stopped.
with the processor, it will be closing as a unsaved data. Means when you close this process automatically, what happened? Google Chrome will be closed
It
automatically.
close.
Okay, means
Mm.
each and every application. Now I have to open the central instance. I want to see one as application server. I want to running. How you say? So your system is working perfectly or not based on the work process. What is work process here? The process of particular task of perform the application server. How the application server is working on. Okay, so that application server is taken by the dialog, okay, background or anything. So you can do this one by one as per the requirement. Okay, so now here
Okay.
we want to go for clearly one by one. So now I want to discuss again application server. Okay, application server will be divided to the partition. What the partitions is called? It's called as a instances.
Instances.
So how many instances you can
Instances. Yes.
configure? So how many instances you configure? 0, 0 to 90.
100. One.
Totally 100.
Yeah.
By default, when you're installing the SAP software first time, what the instance is getting is called as a number. Actually, by default, you're getting as 0, 0. But 0, 0 is called as a central instance.
Central instance.
Okay. And second time installation is going on. So you want to get the number, anything. You want to give the as per the license key, you can give the anything. So I want to give the other than 0. You have to give the 0, 20, 30, 40, 50. Other than this, what we call it's called as a
Dialogue instance. Dialogue instance.
yeah. So sir, how do you say if an instance is working on perfectly or not? So how we can say based on the work
You
process.
check the work process based on work process.
Yeah, based on the work process. So what the work process will be there here. So I want to studying any work process. What the scenario is there? So you have to go for central instance. The number is 0, 0. Central instance will be having as a totally 5 types of work process. Okay. So dialog instance
Okay.
will be having as a only a so anything dialog 0, 50, 60, anything is called will be having as only 5 types of work process. What are the 5 types of work process here? Okay, the work process
Okay.
is divided into the whatever work process here. So D, B, B, S, V. With the two other central services. What are the two central services? Message server and gateway. Now coming to here, how you can say the instance is working on. So how you working based on the work process. What are the work process here? What are the work process? B
Dialogue.
stands for dialogue. B
Dialogue.
stands for background.
Background.
B stands for update. E
Or
stands for enqueue.
update.
S stands for
You
okay.
full.
So how you go for this, we'll be discussing one by one. And once you can repack what is meaning of daily, what is meaning of background, what is meaning of update and queue, will be seen tomorrow class. And before you can discuss, once you can repack what we discussed. Okay. So now here to now what is this diagram is contain? What is this diagram? Is a central instance. Okay, so now I want to log into
Yes.
presentation layer, application layer. Who take the request? The request is taken by the central instance. After that, where the request is navigating into the request is navigating to the dispatcher. After dispatcher, where the
Dispatcher.
request is moving. After
To
the
the
request,
queue.
go to
Request
the
queue.
queue.
Request queue. Request queue. Yeah.
After queue is moving into the particular work process. So now here, this diagram, how many types of work process is available? How many work processes is available? This diagram, how many work processes is available?
10. 10.
7.
10
Okay,
work.
sir. Sir, the
7.
two dialogue is repeated. As dialogue is only one, it's considered as only one. One, two,
Okay.
three, four,
Okay.
5, 6, and 7. Means you can consider this is called as a central instance. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
D stands for dialogue, B stands for background, V stands for upgrade, S stands for spool, E stands for NQ. Okay, and next one is the M stands for message server, G stands for gateway. Okay, so these are the central services and central processes available in the SAP software. Okay, now you want to go for dialogue is okay. I'm clear the dialogue. So now to come into dialogue work, dialogue instance. Dialogue instance, how many work processes is available? Only 5. Sir, everything is DU, is actually diagram is wrong. Only 5 is there. 2 is the dialogue, and 1 is the background, 1 is for spool, 1 is for NQ, 1 is for okay. So except message server and gateway, remaining everything is available into the dialogue instance. So here the question is
Yeah.
given to here. When you starting as a SAP, when you are installation also, the question coming to certification exam, what the question is there. So when you installing as a SAP software, okay. So when you installing as a When installing as a SAP software, what is sequence you want to follow? Okay, sequence of SAP software sequence. What is sequence you can follow? So what is sequence is follow? So first of all, you are installing as a database. After that, you are installing as a dialog. After that, you are installing as a central instance. After you can installing as a even when you start the SAP application server, when you start the SAP application server, what is the sequence is follow? Okay, what the question is? This the two questions is coming to picture. Okay, what is sequence is follow? Okay, first of all, again here, first of all, database is up. After that, central instance is up. After that, dialog instance will be up. Even same question, we one more here. So this is first one is installation. That is the starting and stopping the SAP application server. Now, when I am stop the SAP application server, what the sequence is follow? What the sequence is reverse process. First of all, dialog instance will be down. After that, central instance will be down. After that, database
Done.
instance will be down. This is a compulsory question from this
Exactly.
architecture point of view. Okay, so when you installation is common, installation and sequence. First of all, what will first of all install when you installing as SAP software? What is sequence is follow? First of all, you want installing as a database. After you installing as a central instance. After that, you are installing as a dialog instance. Okay.
Okay.
Even I want to start the SAP application server. How to start the application server? We will discuss that is also when you go for how to start and how to start. Now again, I want to ask a question here. What is the question here? The certification also is available. This. Okay. When you start the SAP application server, what are the sequences follow? So what is sequences follow? First of all, dialog instances.
So
Okay.
start the
Okay. And after this, central instance.
database
After that, dialog instance.
central instance, dialog
If you
instance. Yes.
stop, we stop the SAP application server. What is sequences follow? First of all, dialog is
Yeah,
down.
stop dialog instance,
And after
stop
that,
central instance,
yeah.
and database instance.
So these are three questions from this architecture point of view. Okay. Now this is the dialog instance. Now what is this entire picture? What do we observe for this picture? What we observe for this?
Okay.
So now I want to go for.
Observe.
So this is entire one SAP application server. Just assume that this is entire SAP application server. Here, how many partitions they are doing? So here you have
Three.
one central instance. The central instance will be having as a what happened? The central instance will be having as a central
Mm-hmm.
instance will be having the dialog, background, updates, spool, and you can
Update,
add.
EQ, and spool,
Okay, now here dialog.
and
How many dialog
message.
is there?
You have only dialogue,
Yeah, dialog instance
dispatcher,
B,
and
dialog
dialogue.
instance B, dialog instance C. Like we can do the means one application server, only one central instance. Remaining all are 99. Remaining 99 is the dialog instances. Clear? So one application server, how many central instances will be there? Only one is the central instance. Remaining all are dynamic instances. Already we discussed this. Just know it.
Okay.
See here. Now I want installing as SAP application. Now already discussed. How many is there? So one application server, how many central instances will be there?
Um, server instance. What
Only
is
one
the
central instance. Remaining all. Remaining what is meaning remaining
okay?
all? Out of 100 minus 1. One is the central instance. Means how
100
much is
dialogue
it?
instance.
So 99 are the dialog instance.
Fine.
Only theoretically is possible, and when you go
Okay.
for categorization, you want to maintain the use amount of hardware configuration is required. Okay, theoretically, like when you go for project minimum, you have like maximum you can put it 20 to 30 is enough because of you want use amount of hardware configuration required from this everything. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So when you go for installation point of anything is use amount of hardware configuration is like when you go for real time project, you can go for one by one. And Now we can go for this. Okay, this is the over. It means only one is a central instance, remaining all are the dialog instances only. How you say your instance is working perfectly or not? How you can say? Based on the work process. What are the work process here? Dialog, background, update, and queue,
Background,
and
update, AQ, and spool.
okay. So these are the work process. What is the dialog? What is the background? Tomorrow will be discussed for this. Okay, and these are naming convention. Again, data will be discussed. Sir, I want to go for practical for SAP software, means SAP system. What are the minimum requirement? So not SAP software, any software you want to practice, it's a compulsory. You can remember the two things. So one is the you want to know the shortcut of the software, and second thing is the icons of the software. Here, coming to SAP, the shortcuts is called as a what we call it's called as a transaction codes. So in entire
Code.
SAP software, how many transaction code is there? Totally 1.5 lakh of transaction code is
150.
available. How many is there? Totally 1.5 lakh of transaction code is there. So we'll be discussed one by one. And now coming to here, coming to SAP basis, how many transaction can learn this course is nothing but more than 150 transaction code you can learn.
150.
Sir, how to remember say transaction code? Like how to remember? I think you know what is the transaction code. Okay, then how to remember is nothing but again here. So coming to here, transaction code. How to remember the transaction 150 is nothing but you have only four letters. It's a combination of alphabet and numeric. And but how to remember this? There is no sequence, but how to remember? How to remember
Okay.
is nothing but here. So again here, technical modules. Coming to SAP, what are technical modules? So SAP
About
at
basis.
SAP basis, the transaction code starting letter is S letter. Okay. Now what is letter is starting letter is what is starting letter? Starting letter is S letter. Okay. T code. I think you know the transaction code. You know that?
Then
Yeah. Okay. Transaction code. Starting letter. What is letter? Technical module or technical module. What are technical modules? What is technical module? SAP basis and
the
SAP above. These two modules, the
above.
transaction code starting with A letter. Sorry, S letter.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Let's
for
letter.
example, you want to go for like a okay, second letter is starting as a topic wise. So, second letter after this is a second letter. Okay, second letter is starting with task. What type of task? For example, I'm doing as a user administration. What the letter is? U. Suppose I'm doing as a client administration. Second letter is C. Suppose I want to
Fine.
printing. I want to the upgradation. So the letter is P. Suppose I'm monitoring. So the starting transition is T. Suppose I'm transportation. So transition is starting is only one is different. E letter. Transportation.
Yeah.
Suppose I'm doing the performance tuning. Starting letter is ST. Okay. Suppose I'm doing as this is the I think maximum is and suppose I'm doing as a OS administration starting with OS. I'm doing database administration starting with that. So how to remember this is a sequence. So what are you here? What the topic is covered here? The topic is starting as a user administration. Suppose I'm doing the client administration, what is the transaction code? All transaction code starting with C letter. Suppose I'm starting with the printing configuration like it's full administration. What is the letter here? SP letter.
Spool. Spool administration.
Suppose I'm doing any monitoring. Daily I want to go for monitoring. So daily I have to go for office. I want to check the services up. Checking for. So suppose I'm doing the transportation method. Okay, TMS configuration and transportation method. And next this is what is this? Tuning, performance tuning. Okay, this is for what is this? This is for base administration purpose. So and what is this? So you can monitoring as a backend. What is the backend here? Database administration. Okay, clear? So how to remember is nothing but
Yeah.
this. Okay, these are the transition. Like how many this course, how many transition you can learn? Totally more than 150 can learn. Okay, these are the transition like, okay, how you remember. And icons also
Okay.
will be this. Okay, icon also will be see that what are the icons is available in SAP. So everything you have to recap one by one. Okay. So tomorrow you want to come to class, you can start the practical session with these questions. Also, you can cover the questions. Before you want to come to class, you can listen to once recap this overall subject and read the PPTs.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So tomorrow will be continuous session. Bye. Good night.
Okay.